At sunrise on the James River, Ben Roper cuts across glassy water on a slalom ski. The line is tight. The rhythm is steady. It looks simple from shore. It is not. The water is his reset button. The lesson follows him back to work. Roper's career sits at the intersection of real estate, capital markets, and human nature. He is the REIT specialist at Capital Square in Richmond, Virginia. His focus is the Section 721 REIT exchange. In plain terms, he convinces owners and developers to contribute properties to a REIT in exchange for operating partnership units. It is a tax-efficient way to move from a single asset into a diversified, income-producing platform. It only works when trust is strong. Know people, know how people work and think, he says. That line explains his approach. He studies incentives. He listens. He maps the fears that stall good deals. Then he makes a path that feels safe and clear. Roper grew up in Richmond in a family that builds. His grandfather served as mayor of Petersburg and ran Roper Lumber. His father, Phil Roper, is a well-known apartment developer. In August 2025, Ben was named Chief Investment Officer at his father's firm, Real Estate Services. The title adds weight, but it also adds context. He is a bridge between two worlds. One foot is in development. The other is in capital formation. He also spent time in politics and policy. He interned in the Senate. He worked in media relations at the Heritage Foundation. He even published commentary on how special envoys can complicate U.S. foreign policy. The through line is clear. Remove friction. Clarify roles. Keep the main thing the main thing. Roper's first real test came in property management. He started leasing apartments at the American Tobacco Center in Richmond. He moved into special projects. Then 2020 hit. Overnight, occupancy and collections were at risk. Roper helped keep buildings full and teams focused. The effort led to a move into an innovation role in Atlanta, where he pushed new tech and process across a growing portfolio. Growth brought tension. Right people, right seats, he says, looking back on a period when the company doubled in size. He learned how fast hiring and shifting roles can break systems. The lesson pushed him toward the investment side, where clearer incentives and deal structures fit his style. At Bonaventure, Roper shifted to sourcing apartment deals through 721 exchanges. He met property owners, family offices, and developers who wanted liquidity and diversification without a taxable sale. He helped them swap equity in a single property for units in a larger, managed fund. The move to Capital Square sharpened that focus. The mandate is clear. Grow the REIT through 721 contributions. Be the person who makes a complex trade feel simple and fair. He frames the conversation in human terms. What will life feel like after the exchange? How will estate planning work? What control will remain? What cash flow can they expect? Deals can die for reasons that have nothing to do with NOI or cap rates. Roper learned this the hard way. 2 owners walked away after reading a negative online article about him. They called his boss to say so. The lost equity totaled about $53 million. It stung. It also sharpened his view of risk. The experience pushed him to get proactive about public information, to keep focus on work, and to over-communicate with partners. It reinforced the core belief that trust is earned in small moments long before a term sheet lands. The best pitch in his toolkit is not a pitch. It is a story. Roper talks about a developer who built a great asset but felt trapped by concentration risk. The 721 exchange gave that owner units tied to a broader portfolio, professional management, and a path to liquidity over time. The developer stayed close to the work but gained freedom from single asset risk. Simple. Human. True. He uses the same approach at home. Waterski in the morning. Calls and meetings through the day. He listens more than he speaks. He writes follow-ups that do not waste time. He treats every yes as the start of a longer conversation. As CIO at Real Estate Services, Roper will help guide new projects while he continues to grow Capital Square's rate through 721 deals. It sounds like a lot. It is. But the frame stays narrow. Keep the line tight. Stay in rhythm. Protect what you build. In the end, his work is about trade-offs, timing, and trust. The same rules that keep a skier upright at speed. The same rules that keep a deal moving toward a clean close.